Maino just crashed out after we just found out that the record No More Tries, No More Tricks with Max being 50 Cent is not a diss towards the Harris family, but a diss towards the Let's Rap About It podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting crazy, man. Maino just responded, and things might turn into a nuclear war at this point. I ain't gonna lie, but gang, I need y'all to hit the like button and hit the hype button, cause we about to get deep.
Got up on some boss shit and linked up with the man.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes. Make sure you hit that hype button, because the hype button helps the channel in a major way. Listen, gang, it appears that 50 Cent just dropped this record on Let's Rap About It that we didn't even know was a diss record to Let's Rap About It. Initially, we thought this was a direct response to the Harris family, T.I., Domani, King Harris. It's not. Now, some people believe that he was talking about them in this record, but he wasn't. When he mentioned somebody being a little guy, he was talking about Dave East, because Dave East is the youngest of the four in the Let's Rap About It podcast, including Maino, Jim Jones, and Fabulous, correct? Okay, so I'm assuming this was a response to Fab, or him just dissing them to throw people off. I don't know, gang. But Maino did have something to say about this on Instagram in response, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to up these likes and hit the hype if you have not. Let's take a look at what Maino had to say. So Maino took to Instagram saying, "At 50 Cent, goddamn, you made us wait 4 months for this? LMFAO," with multiple laughing emojis. "Let the games begin. PUSSY," with the eye emojis. So Maino's ready to play. It seems Maino is saying, look, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play, champ. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Maino says he's ready to play. I think Fab's ready to play, maybe. I think Jimmy's ready to play, because, again, in the first sequence of events, when it came to Let's Rap About It versus 50 Cent, when it came to them dissing 50 Cent, first track called Squatters' Rights, which included 4 different verses from Maino, Davies, Jimmy, and Fab. Jimmy and Fab were the only ones that were seemingly aiming at Fifth, mostly. And Jim also took some shots at Cameron, I believe. Right? Cool, awesome. But what's gonna happen this go around? Is East and Maino gonna aim at Fifth this time or not? We gonna see, man. It didn't seem like Dave East per se wanted any smoke with Fifth for any reason, but who knows, man. But since Fifth has put Max B on that record, is Max B also dissing Jimmy in the process? Like, how is this working? Because to my knowledge, Max B don't got beef with Jim, but Jim obviously has beef with him, right? Jim obviously still is holding a grudge against Max. Max actually made a song talking about his son at the time, who was like 10 years old, not growing, saying he was going to eliminate his child, champ. Yeah, Max B did that. It's called Pootie, champ. If you're not familiar, go look it up. Max B Pootie is a diss towards Jimmy and his child, who was a kid at the time, right? So odds are Jimmy ain't never letting that go, but I'm expecting shots to be aimed at Max B now that he is a part of this some way, somehow, because he is the feature artist. It's kind of similar to when Cameron did Gotta Have It and Diss Jay-Z and Max B was on the hook and all that. Y'all remember that? It's kind of like history repeating itself, but this time, this record to me is just not good. It's not a good record. So, I mean, Max is going to have to fight back somehow, right? I don't know how this is going to work. So, I have to give this video an A+, but the music is getting an F+. I ain't gonna lie, cause this just ain't it, man. Musically, this is terrible. There was an original version of this, which was Max B's intro to public domain. Okay, his first mixtape release since coming out of prison. That was the original track. All right, no more tries, no more tricks, whatever the nonsense is called. We get Fifth on the remix and etc. Now I think this is an old record. This record is not new. This was something that Fifth was sitting on and waiting to drop, because remember he said that he supposedly made a mixtape on Rolling Stone magazine about the whole situation, about the response to Let's Rap About It. That he had did a mixtape, but he just didn't release it, right? Fifth said this. So was this one of the songs from the tape that he's just sitting on? Perhaps, shit. I wonder. Obviously, him featuring Max B is an obvious taunt at Jim Jones, who really dislikes Max B. And, of course, Fab and Maino basically inherit that smoke. And Maino said that he inherits that smoke anyway, because he said that's how his friendship is with people who he considers to be friends. That he inherits their smoke, inherits their beef. Dave East, on the other hand, is good friends with Max and also rocks with Jim Jones, and had to explain himself to Jimmy as to why he came to Max B's party and etc. So it's different for Dave. I feel like Dave East out of all people does not want wreck with Fifth. Not because he's scared, but I don't think he sees a real reason to go at it with Fifth. I think he understands that key targets are literally probably just Jimmy and Fab and maybe Maino. Yeah, Maino, of course. But you see Dave East in this video. So Dave East is a part of it too, regardless of the fact. He's just a part of it. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, I mean, how crazy can this get? I don't think this would have that much energy that like what the Harris family just did. I just don't think the energy is gonna be equal if we see the Let's Rap About It podcast jump in and then start dissing 50. Will it be a thing? Sure. People love to see Fifth get attacked, because the narrative is that Fifth just can't rap anymore, and that he's terrible and that he's trash, and he just don't got it no more. Now, if I'm listening to this track, no more tries, no more tricks, I'm not mad at the narrative. I heard this and I'm like, yeah, come on, man. Come on, Fifth. You could come better than this, and you could have chose a way better beat. Now, for the people who don't know, yes, this is an easy E beat. I don't like it. I think it's garbage. I'm not a fan of the beat at all. I'm not a fan of Max B being on it, because Max B just makes it so much worse. It's Max B. Like, he's terrible. Max B is not the Max B of old. The new Max B sounds like he's gargling Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. He just doesn't sound good no more. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to his voice, I don't know what happened to his voice. But it's like it's this permanent grits in his neck or something, man. Like, are there just permanent grits and cream of wheat in Max B's neck? I don't know, champ. But I hope that one day he gets those things removed and resolves the problem with his voice. Because he sounds like rusty pipes, gang. I ain't gonna lie. But Fifth is much better than this. But I guess I see what he was trying to do. But to me, it just didn't land. I ain't gonna lie. It just didn't land. I think Fifth could do way better. I think Fifth is gonna do way better. Oh, did y'all peep this part? Fifth is evil. Watch this. Hold on. I just seen something, gang. I want y'all to look at this. Hold on. So, Maino has a big cut on his face, by the way. And he got this cut while he was getting his haircut at Rikers Island. Fifth puts an AI version of this in the video. You're going to see in a sec. Look, right here. This is him basically putting an AI reenactment of Maino getting slashed in the face in Rikers. I'm just now seeing it. Nah, Fifth is crazy for this. I ain't gonna lie. Now, as far as the AI video was concerned, this is genius. However, I don't think musically this was genius. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Video, perfect. Song, not so perfect. But this is interesting that he would do this in AI fashion. Fifth is evil for doing this. I ain't gonna hold you. Reenacting Maino getting that scar on his face from that cut in Rikers is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Fifth a demon for that. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm not much. Listen, I'm not a fan of the song. I think the song's trash, but Fifth could come way better. I'm under the assumption that again, this is just the track that Fifth had in the tuck. That was for the mixtape he said he was going to do against those guys. So maybe he do got tracks in the tuck. Maybe Fifth did have some free time to play around with these guys. But I do hope that whatever other records Fifth drops, because maybe he's dropping something, because Fifth say he coming. We got documentaries. Do we have songs? Is Fifth hinting that he got songs and disses? I don't know. I just hope that they better than whatever this Max B feature is, champ. I ain't gonna hold you. I hope it's way better than this trash, gang. But musically, I see what Fifth is trying to do here with the video. Not the song, but the video. Song, I don't know, gang. But listen, things are gonna get interesting. I guess we're gonna have another ambush on Fifth once again by way of the Let's Rap About It podcast. What would be crazy though, what would be crazy though is what if the Let's Rap About It podcast does a tag team with King Harris, Domani, and T.I. Then that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Like hearing Jimmy and T.I. Then that would be wild. That would be wild. I ain't gonna hold you. That would be crazy. By the way, I ain't gonna hold you. But hey, we're gonna see what happens. But things are getting very interesting, champ. I ain't gonna lie. But gang, how do we feel about this in the comment section? What's up next, man? What's gonna happen next? Are we in for a shock or a surprise? Is Fifth about to really battle? Does he have more in the tuck? Listen, I want you to let me know how you feel in that comment section. Turn your notification bells on and subscribe to the man to get all of the man's notifications if you are brand new. I also need you to hit the like because it's important. But more importantly than that is hitting that hype button because it's super essential to the channel's growth. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Downey. And you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.